Yo, what's going on, people? It's your boy Ape Huncho, back at you with a throwback case. Now, if you guys have never seen a throwback case before, it's a series I created where we take an in-depth look at some trials that have happened in the past that normally surround UK drill rappers or rappers in general. So if you do have anyone that you want me to cover in a future throwback case, let me know down in the comment section below and I'll be sure to look into it. So YB is a UK drill rapper out of 9th Street, which is located on the Graham Park estate, Colindale. Now, if you guys seen my What Happened to Mad Money video, then you'll know that I previously stated that 3BP came out of the Graham Park estate, but it's now believed that 3BP are located in Hendon, and 9th Street is of course located on the Graham Park estate. I'm unsure as to an exact reason why 3BP is now located in Hendon, but the general consensus of people is that it was said that there was tension between 9th Street and 3BP, and due to this tension, 3BP are now located in Hendon. Again, this isn't confirmed, and I'm just going off the general consensus. Either way though, YB's backstory music-wise isn't a very long one. Now, bear in mind that the timeline we'll be going off is strictly to YouTube. It isn't going to be other platforms such as SoundCloud, and also I won't be including unofficial songs and leaks. But YB would burst onto the music scene briefly in 2018 when he would drop songs Don't Make Sense on the 13th of September 2018, and then on October the 20th 2018 he would drop Ride On Me. Both of these songs would gain roughly 7 million views between them, and he would then drop a Lightwork Freestyle on the 5th of December 2018, which has gained near enough 400,000 views. Now again, as I stated, YB's music career wouldn't last very long, and although he dropped a Lightwork Freestyle on the 5th of December 2018, it would be the month prior in November where, after pretty much releasing 2 bangers, he would see himself wrapped up in a case where he was looking at a lengthy prison sentence. On the 7th of November 2018, at around 5:30 PM, a 20-year-old man was out with his 2 friends and was near the Paddy Power betting shop, which was located in the Parade in Watford town centre. Out of nowhere, a group of youths would approach them, which included 20-year-old Adam Jelani and at the time a 17-year-old YB, and they would demand for this 20-year-old to hand his phone over. The 20-year-old victim would refuse to hand his phone over, and because of this, Adam would start a vicious attack on him, and during the scuffle, YB would pull out a flick knife and would begin to jab it into the man, which caused the victim to suffer with a perforated lung and bowel. The victim also suffered wounds to his arms and shoulders, and he managed to eventually break away from the pair, and he stumbled away from the town centre before collapsing at the top of the Parade near Top's Pizza. Emergency services were quickly called to the scene by witnesses, and initially the victim was rushed to hospital where his injuries were thought to have been life-threatening, but after spending time in intensive care he would go on to make a full recovery. When police opened the investigation, they would check CCTV because this happened in Watford town centre, and upon checking CCTV they were able to identify the suspects. It would only be just 2 hours after the incident had taken place that YB would go on to be arrested at his address, and Adam was arrested the following morning. The pair were then both arrested and would eventually be charged with GBH. YB was charged with the more serious Section 18 GBH, while Adam was charged with Section 20 GBH, which is the less serious charge. The difference between Section 18 and Section 20 GBH is, in a nutshell, whether you intend to cause an injury to the victim, and because Adam had only punched him rather than stabbed him, he was given that, and again, because YB went on to stab the victim, he was charged with Section 18 rather than Section 20. Now, it doesn't make it clear from reports if they pleaded guilty or not to the charges brought against them, but at Wood Green Crown Court in April of 2019, the details were relayed which we've already gone through, and it was heard that the pair could be forensically linked to the crime after the victim's blood was found on both of their clothes, and officers also recovered the 9mm flick knife, which was found discarded in the nearby Iceland car park. Because the pair were apprehended quickly and the investigation didn't go on for ages, due to the amount of evidence that was put forward by the prosecution, that's all that the reports have given on in regards to a hearing. And it would be after this hearing on that same day the pair would go on to be jailed. Adam would be found guilty of Section 20 GBH and was sentenced to 16 months in prison. YB would also go on to be found guilty of Section 18 GBH and was jailed for 7 years, the maximum sentence he could be given for his age, because again, he was only 17 at the time of the incident. Reporting restrictions were lifted on YB because the judge said that this was due to the seriousness of the crime given the climate around knife crime in the UK, and he also praised the police for a quote-unquote first-class police investigation. After the hearing, Chief Inspector Matt Phillips said YB and Adam subjected the victim to a vicious attack simply for not handing over his mobile phone. He very nearly lost his life, but thankfully he made a full recovery after some time spent in the intensive care unit. However, it could have easily been so different. My team and I are pleased with the sentence handed down by the judge, and this wouldn't have been possible without the dedication of Detective Constable Andy Metzeler, who spent hours building a strong case against both defendants. 7 years is the maximum sentence that can be given to a minor for this offence, and the judge was able to achieve this after receiving letters from both the Mayor and the Business Improvement District in Watford detailing the impact the incident had on the town. We hope this result gives the victim some comfort and the ability to move forward from this ordeal. We believe the sentence serves as a robust message to those who choose to carry and use knives. You'll be arrested, charged and brought to justice if you engage in mindless and unacceptable acts of violence. So YB was sentenced to 7 years, and if he has to serve, say, 2/3 of that, that means he'll be out in roughly 5 years, and given the fact he was arrested in November of 2018, I'd say he's roughly going to be out around 2023, give or take. So in 3 years or so, do I think YB will have a music career? Most definitely, if he decides to start rapping again. Think about it, this guy's literally only officially released 2 songs, and they both have millions of views between them. He hasn't even reached his full potential yet. 2023 should be another good year for drill music though, in regards to rappers being released from jail, because we'll have potentially YB, potentially TG Million as well, and Striker and Yanko. So again, it is looking pretty good for the scene by the time 2023 comes around. But yeah, that was the YB case. I know this one wasn't very long, but of course YB's music career, it was fairly short up until now, and of course the case, there wasn't a lot of details into the case, but of course I've given you as much that's out there at the minute. But if you like this series, give the video a thumbs up, let me know what you guys think of this down in the comment section below, and if you want the latest drill, street and music news out of the UK, be sure to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. It's been your boy Huncho, and I'm out.